Textbooks is made up of 4 pieces. One, for the teachers, we want to digitize what they do with regard to the resources, not to be beholden to just this textbook, realizing that the world's their oyster in terms of all the resources that are available out on the internet or that they can create on their own, and that they can share resources with each other in a collaborative fashion through a wiki. 2, we want to give teachers the tools then to use those digital resources, such as projectors and document cameras and smartboards. 3, again, we want to change that learning experience from the traditional sage on the stage lecture model of teachers to using online learning with our students, and blended learning, and the use of wikis and blogs and Moodle and podcasts with our students. And then fourthly, it's this piece of partnerships. Again, Beyond Textbooks is not just about one organization working together, it's about all of us working together in partnership to see if we can come up with creative solutions to help all students learn, not just here in Vail, but across Arizona and across the United States as well. Where we're at now is that we have over 95 partners. And what we do with these partners is we give them a ton of professional development as well as access to our wiki. And so what we do now is, on average, we do about 300 professional development trainings all across the state, training about 10,000 teachers a year. Our wiki is now grown to, we have a catalog of over 26,000 digital resources. And most importantly, we're helping folks improve.
We were a very strong district before our partnership, but this has helped institutionalize those practices. The fact that teachers do not have to establish what to teach, that's there for them. There's great resources from formative assessments to key academic vocabulary. Knowledge and skills are outlined in the unwrapped documents. A lot of those things in other districts, their teachers are being asked to do that. So with Beyond Textbooks, it has given us that opportunity to look at this and analyze this and then move our discussion into how to teach differently and how to determine whether or not the students are learning.
The Beyond Textbooks webpage is just basically a plethora of all of the resources any teacher could possibly need. You start out by clicking on your calendar, you find the week that you're at, and then from there you go right to a nice little web page. It's got the formative that matches that objective. It's got the unwrapped document, which tells you the kid-friendly language, the vocabulary the kids need to know, some sample questions. It shows you the common core vocabulary and language of that objective. From there, you can also get all kinds of teacher-submitted resources, which is awesome because half the time I can find a great lesson without really going any further than that. Then from there, I look at the formative. What are my kids going to need to be able to do by the end of that objective? I usually take the quiz myself, and then I know what skills my kids are going to need.
If you were to look at the top 5 school districts now ranked by the Arizona Department of Education in the state, 3 of them use the Beyond Textbooks framework. If you look at the top 10, 4 of them use the Beyond Textbooks framework. And there's just a ton of other evidence that people's student achievement is indeed increasing.
There's also a ton of teacher-submitted resources, which is probably the real gold mine of the whole thing, because I can go in there and find all these different lessons that teachers have used in their classroom, so I know they worked and I know they're successful. I can tweak them just a little bit to make them my own, and it saves me a ton of time planning. Just overall an awesome resource. We
want to control the what of what teachers are teaching with regard to those standards, and the when with regard to those calendars that tell us what we're teaching and when and approximately how long. But we want to leave the how up to teachers, because at its heart we think teaching is a creative endeavor. And so when it comes to the how in terms of not only the instructional techniques, but the resources teachers will use, we say, you choose, teacher. You're the king of the castle, you're the queen of the castle. You choose those resources, just make sure they're congruent and at the correct level of rigor. This is a teacher-created product. And by that I mean all the ideas behind this, all of the building of this wiki, it was created by educators.